think of me as like some little pathetic, adorable hedgehog. But I can take care of myself. I'm actually probably a lot stronger than you might think. We need no match. Thanks, Karen.
Everything. We'll try to kill it. You observe and use the advantages that you have. You're fast and small. So don't fight. Don't fight. Just run and hide.
I have a question.
Just run and hide.
Thanks, man.
I have a question.
You're an asshole if you get in.
Can you what?
Did they not feed him?
They didn't feed me.
You had lunch.
Love you guys.
Believe in you, too. Love you, buddy.
I guess you can have one of my pizzas. Yeah. You can have it too.
Fill me a cheese.
Yes, I guess. Ruin the feel. It's the Maze Runner kid.
I'm going, Travis.
It's the Maze Runner.
Wait, it's the Maze Runner?
That kid is from the Maze Runner. That's why he's perfect for this role.
I really like the Maze Runner.
And you'll probably really like that movie. It's called Love and Monsters.
I gotta get up. I can't get up.
It's a vicious bee. I found a vicious bee.
Are you doing it?
Huh? I found a vicious bee in this game.
I think I can make pizza. I can make pizza. Not that it takes that much to do it.
Already? You need vinegar? You sure about this, mister?
Is that a goose sprout? Oh, heck yeah.
What do you want for dinner?
Well, there's a goose sprout. Oh my gosh.
Do you feed him these moose packets now?
We can keep him on the 9 lives, that's fine. It's early for them though, isn't it?
I can't hear you.
I said we can feed him the 9 lives, but it's early.
You puked last night.
A little diet change, I guess. Let's keep him all on brand.
You that hungry, really? You eat now?
It's early.
Well, I'm hungry.
Well, yes, we know you're hungry. We're working on that.
I'm hungry.
Okay. I'll do.
I just destroying this sprout right here. Free gumdrops. Free gumdrops. Gumdrops are actually amazing. When you find like someone that opened one of these, you're gonna be stopped. You're just gonna get stacks. Lindsay, do you want to play a game with me?
Okay. Can't play very long before my phone's gonna die.
I just spent 20 on something I didn't want. I spent 20 of my earnings on something I didn't want.
Chicken sandwich or pizza?
Let's see. Pizza. Yay! We're not gonna play this because I
a tiny bit.
What you streaming on?
YouTube.
Check out your stream.
You know what it is.
Stay away from the sixth circle unless you're a minor.
West Summer Station and Ventia.
Almost break time.
Hello. Do you have business with Governor Hurst? I see. Well, luckily, Governor Hurst enjoys visitors, and his schedule is fairly empty at the moment. I see no problem with it. You're very welcome.
I'd love to chat more, but I'm expecting a message any minute from the Trade Authority. You know how it is with these big businesses, am I right?
Hello. Welcome. I don't usually have time to speak with random people off the street, but I'd be happy to help if it's something quick.
What can I do for you?
I can answer your general questions about Sidonia. Nothing venturing into politics. Sorry, but it's my strict policy that I only speak with select members of the press and major political donors who are serious about making changes for the future prosperity of Mars.
Maybe you could come back later if you're not ready to talk.
I'm glad you understand. Of course, if you just want to chat about what makes Sidonia great, I am happy to oblige.
Give him 1,000 credits. I'm a donor. I want to speak politics with you.
Considering I don't really know you, I'm not sure how to answer that. But Sidonia is a beacon of industry. There's plenty of work to go around. If you have mining experience, you may wish to check with whoever the current Deimos mining director is. Or maybe check with the Deimos Star Yard corporate office. If those aren't your speed, then there are a number of local businesses that are always looking for help. Well, I've been every day. I look out for their, if you ask me. Goodbye.
The United Colonies Department of Labor would like to
Can you believe people used to think the nearby mountain was a face on the surface of Mars? Ridiculous, huh? Doesn't look anything like
exhaustion can also harm your company's bottom line.
Well, sorry, man. You have to sign in.
Hey, welcome to the Sidonia Trade Authority.
Invoices can be collected from the... Oh. Not here for a delivery, are you?
Worked. Past tense. Dr. Walker hasn't been employed here for some time now. A shame, too. We had such high hopes for Percival. I brought him on myself to do medical and biological consulting around the city. Not the sort of work the Trade Authority traditionally does. But we thought it had the potential to become a whole new type of revenue stream for our branch. I invested no small amount of personal capital into the endeavor. But then he decided to run off after a discipline issue. I presume the miners have him hidden somewhere. Plenty of cracks on this old rock. But at this point, it's probably for the best.
That won't be necessary. The Trade Authority isn't interested in employing someone so unreliable. But we would like the money he owes us. If you can convince him to pay his debts, we'd be most grateful.
Oh, I loathe the Trade Authority. Is it absolutely necessary that we have to help them?
Invoices can be collected. Oh.
Worked. A shame. Not the sort of work I invested in. But then, I presume them. But Dr. Walker, something is perhaps a little. That's correct. He did leave.
Oh, I loathe the Trade Authority. I couldn't have put that better myself.
Pity. Perhaps a little advance on my part might pique your interest. Visit the Sixth Circle, a bar on the lowest level of the city. If someone in Sidonia knows where Percival is, you'll find them there.
A friendly reminder that throwing litter off the balconies is prohibited. Please use an authorized waste receptacle. Don't be caught on the Martian surface without proper protective gear. All outside surface activities require the use of a certified safety suit.
Bunker's upstairs. Go drown yourself there. This bar's for Devil's vets and their kin.
Doc Walker? You're barking up the wrong...
And you, why don't you come here and tell me what some Vanguard captain wants with Walker? Stray topsider wanders into my bar asking after a man like Percival Walker. Raises questions. What do you want with him? Is that so? Well, Captain, then you should have no problem answering a few simple questions about the Vanguard, right? Like knowing, for example, what Supra et Ultra means. You remember? Your Vanguard motto? I see. And tell me, what grade was it you got on your entrance exam? A? C? D+? That is right. All right, Captain. Maybe you are who you say you are. But look, even if I decided I was going to help you get in contact with Dr. Walker, Percival made himself scarce for a reason. His debt to the Trade Authority. But if someone resolved that debt, well, Percival wouldn't have to hide anymore. Can bet that person would make a friend out of Percival, and the rest of us devils. And I'm always inclined to help a friend. That's good to hear. Now, you want my opinion? The most straightforward way to take care of this debt would be to just saunter up to the Authority and pay him direct, if you've got credits to throw away. Of course, rumor is the Trade Authority keeps all their records and collections files on a central server inside their storeroom. If someone was to break in there and adjust Percival's debt to something a little more reasonable, say a few hundred credits, I'd be happy to cover the costs.
Making that adjustment would be illegal. I don't think this is a road we should travel.
And, one soldier to another. Sidonia's full of old utility tunnels and crawl spaces. Wouldn't be surprised if there was one that let out right into the Authority storeroom. Say, with an entrance behind the bar at the Broken Spear. Ooh, and you might need these. Now, what say you get out there and help Dr. Walker?
Vanguard. Come here.
Beep. How do I have to go up here, dude?
Was there something else? Do you now? Very well. Let me take a look at his... Here, his current balance. And do remember, all transactions are final.
It's a lot of money, dude. 21,000 credits.
Be cleared. You have my thanks. Oh, and if you do find him, please let Percival know I'm eagerly looking forward to never working with him again.
It's great. It's expensive.
Yeah? Did you now? Fine work. My end of the bargain then, I suppose. He's holed up in the old Red Devil's HQ. Place was sealed up tight after the UC shuttered our unit, but we snuck him in the back entrance through the deep mines. Good you're going in there, actually. Bunch of spacers moved in, not long after we got Percival set up. Don't expect he'd run out before they got taken care of. But I'm sure he'll appreciate not having to find out if I left him with enough rations. Yeah, the passkey. And I'll let him know there's someone he owes one hell of a thank you on their way down.
Hope nothing bad happens out here.
Did I grab a... I don't know where I put my... It's my Lipton green tea somewheres. Chlorine.
What over here? You should be the one dying.
Why am I on fire? Oh, level 38? What the flip? Flip! I'm stuck. go? Did he kill himself?
Going out. There we go. Got it.
Oh.
No!
Yeah. He got himself. There's fighting happening. I don't know where. Underneath. What? What do you got?
These access stairs lead deeper into
Maybe
the
you
mine.
can use a different weapon and make it more
Remember
fair.
the way back to the surface.
time I get shot, I miss. Okay. Let me see here. Just use my special zero grav power and get them all floating. Whee! What is happening? I'm stuck. Three. Oh wow. See, what was that? Heat leech. I don't shoot those, they're nice.
You picked the wrong fight.
What? You shoot through there? Nice. Alright. Obviously was a door there, but there's not now. How do I... excuse me. Hello, Lindsay. Got him. Oh, jeez. Almost out of ammo in this gun. Switch. Oh, it's a bit rude. Are you on my... Did you say hi in there? He's logged into yours.
Bring it on.
Three bullets left. Oh. Oh, jeez. Let's see here. What else can I shoot with? It's the unmodified Orion. Did you get him? He deserves getting got at least once. Ooh. What is that? Assassin's Refined Equinox? What's with all 5,500 credits? Wow. I don't need all that nickel. Why did I pick that up? Ooh, look at that. It's got a short scope on it. How neat. Yeah, buddies. Buddy. Did he just like shoot all of the ammo already? Oh, weird. It like shoots a bunch at once. Go through all the ammo real quick. Of course it would stop right before I get a clear shot.
Exploring these mining operations has given me a new appreciation for the risks Dusties take to make a living.
Can I? Okay, here we go. Unlocked with the waste room access key. That's a hole.
Well, this explains why the miners ceased drilling. Someone must have missed this natural cavern on the geological survey. Shame.
I doubt you came all this way just to do me a favor. Now you want to explain to me why you're going around harassing the various old men by wiping away their hard-earned debts? Adrian sent you. Did she look okay? Sounds like Adrian. Watch that woman lose a digit trying to get a better tissue sample. Well, you can reattach a finger, Percy. So what exactly did she have you bring me?
Reattach a finger, Percy.
Adrian said that, huh? If she made you come all the way for this. Let's get inside. I need to see these cells.
Let's go.
Gonna ask you to not touch anything. Got some projects in the works down here. I wasn't expecting guests. Oh, and Lou mentioned how you took care of the debt.
Just paid the whole thing off, huh? Hope it's obvious from my current circumstances that that's gonna be a gift, not a loan.
All queued up. Let's gaze into this abyss, shall we?
All right, just get those cellular markers tagged.
Wait. Where are the markers? This can't be right. This sample, it's Londinian. I'll need to get this all in a slate. Adrian really gave you this sample. You're not lying to me? Because if you told me this was a hoax, and it'd be the best damn fake I've ever seen, I'd be mad and very, very relieved. Can't just humor an old man, huh? This sample, it's got all the indicators of the worst terramorph attack in human history. I presume you've heard of Londinium. And for good reason. The swarms are so bad, they had to blow the spaceport and seal the place off from the galaxy at large. Not a lot of samples made it off the world from the time of the attack, but the ones that did, well, they look just like this one. I didn't detect any of the telltale signatures this specimen ever sat on a ship while it was alive, either. I don't think it was transported to Tal Ceti. This specimen, it grew there, faster than any terramorph should. Which means, if we're about to start a new era in human-terramorph relations, where big, sudden Londinian-style attacks can happen outside Londinium, that's not gonna end well for humanity.
It would be the end of us as a species.
So, you lugged this bad omen all the way here. You want to tell me what your plans are for it now? The circle, huh? Could use a drink about now. Here, faster we take the lift to the surface. Not supposed to use it, but given the circumstances, I'm inclined to just ask forgiveness. Let's get going.
Let's go. Whee. What? Pizza? Is there enough pizza for me to have a piece? You had half of it. You don't like the crust, huh?
Percival. My God, look at you. You're an old man now.
You're no hatchling yourself anymore, Major. Our friend here showed me your sample. Suffice it to say.
Not here. Let's talk somewhere more private. Lou said we could use the back.
The Red Devils aren't exactly your average bar crowd.
Lou gave me the abridged
You can
version
see
of
it in
what
their
went
eyes.
down.
We don't
I
belong
can't
here.
thank you enough for taking care of all that.
Makes two of us.
I hope it ultimately didn't end up being too much trouble. And I'm sorry about that. I'm just glad you both came through it intact. So, were you two able to get that workup together?
Got it right here. That sample? It's an exact match for the one from Londinium.
Londinian. That's exactly what I was afraid of.
Not thrilled to be the bearer of that kind of news. That's for damn sure. So tell me you've got some kind of plan for that workup.
Well, right now, we've got more questions than answers. So I've been trying to figure out what it's gonna take to access our old Terramorph data.
Good place to start. What'd you find?
It's in the archives.
The Armistice Archives? Doesn't that mean we'd be dealing with the Cabinet? And the Freestar Collective? And House Varun somehow? Guess we can kiss that approach goodbye.
I didn't think the Cabinet would be willing to hear us out either. But I called in some favors. They've agreed to hear us out on two conditions. One, they want to see this analysis you two have procured. And two, they want to discuss what happened on Tau Ceti. With both of us. It can be a daunting experience. Which is why I wanted to make sure, before you agreed to anything, we gave you the whole truth. Percival and I, we're not just researchers. We were military scientists, ran a division of the UC together that deployed aliens on the battlefield as weapons.
Place I was hiding out. That was our unit's home base.
After some early fits and starts at other facilities, the place eventually became the heart of UC xeno-warfare. A practice that's been banned ever since the armistice went into effect almost 20 years ago. And the UC military cut us loose for what we'd done. Oh. Well, that means a lot. It's not something I'm exactly proud of. But it was during that assignment that the UC asked us to explore deploying Terramorphs on the battlefield. The project never got off the ground, but the data our team gathered is now sitting in the archives, along with all the other information banned after the Colony War. Under the watchful eye of monitors from all the galactic factions still participating in regular politics. But if we can convince the Cabinet to help us access that data, it'll give us the tools we need to decipher what exactly this sample might mean. And hopefully, how to prevent more attacks like the one that spawned it. All right. I'm gonna go get this work up into the Cabinet's hands. I'll meet you out front of Mast in New Atlantis.
Good luck. You two are gonna need it.
You can tell.
To the ship.
Time I start working on some projects.
To the ship. To the ship.
I could never leave this.
fun for you, Lindsay? Is that who you're smacking? Why are you even why are you even playing? What? Oh really? How many times do you have to hit him to knock him off, Lindsay?
Ship's ready.
Alright, here we go. Is that fun?
Retros. Orbit achieved.
How many times can you hit him?
Equalizing. Done.
How much is it? 2 hits to knock him off? Rude. It's messed up, dude. No. Why? We don't even play that. Are you in a private server 1v1ing? That's unfair. You should play in a server where other players can beat him up.
Captain, over here.
How'd you get here before me?
The workup's in the cabinet's hands. They said they'll call for us once they've gotten to properly review it. But
alright.
Listen, I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier. So, in the interest of full disclosure, there's one more thing you ought to know before we head up there. My relationship with the UC. It's more complicated than it might seem at first glance. The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place. I am a clone of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War, former head of the UC Navy. They called him Ve Victus, woe to the defeated, in Old Earth Latin, a title he earned.
Wow,
the program I was a part of, it was the UC's attempt to create a new generation of military minds from one of their most respected tacticians. Secure the leadership of the UC military for generations to come. I'm getting there. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war. The man caused a lot of death on both sides. Freestar Collective and UC. Military and civilians. And the things he did, well, they're a part of the reason the UC and Freestar Collective aren't really on great terms to this day. So my involvement, it could be another obstacle they throw at us up there. I just wanted you to be forewarned.
If the cabinet doesn't see that, it's their problem, not yours,
I
miss.
really appreciate you saying that. I just thought you deserved to know, considering how much you've done already. You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else we needed to discuss? I know you got dropped into the middle of this pretty fast. Or if you've got any last-minute business to attend to, now might be a good time. No telling how long the cabinet's gonna keep us waiting out here. Then I guess it's just a matter of...
The meeting is about to begin. All parties, please proceed to the cabinet chambers.
Sounds like our cue. Here we go.
Alright, let's go.
Ah, Captain. Congratulations on joining the ranks of the
She's supposed to be happy about it. Getting slapped up.
Ah, and that must make you the Captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for bringing us this information. You can imagine my surprise when I was informed you were also the agent involved in the debacle between SysDef and the Crimson Fleet. Still quite a mystery how that all went so wrong. In fact, some of Commander Ikande's few remaining compatriots even went so far as to suggest we were making a mistake granting you an audience at all, and that we should instead strap you in irons. Tell me, why would they think something like that? I suppose so. But then that's not really the reason we're here today, is it? We have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all three Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
That's quite the leap, Captain. Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, Terramorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic. And at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask how many deaths the Cabinet requires to act. 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require. Let's keep this civil, shall we?
And while there should be no doubt, the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties. Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this terramorph seem at all alarming to you?
That is worth considering. This attack took place on an almost completely uninhabited world. The casualties were minimal as a result. But if there's another attack, will we be so lucky?
Yes, a fine point, Admiral. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
I'm uncomfortable opening the archives without gathering more information. However, if that's the path forward you prefer, then so be it.
I'm inclined to agree.
As am I.
I suppose that does get to the heart of the point, doesn't it? Very well. I consent. The galaxy was lucky you were here today, Captain.
You and I are in agreement, Chief Diplomat. So, if there are no other objections, I believe we can agree to give our full backing to make the request to... What was that?
An incident has occurred. Facility lockdown engaged.
What?
Incident. Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport. Terramorphs.
Terramorphs. More attacks. Just as predicted.
Good God.
Damn it. They're here. Now.
There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanners somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we...
Yes, ma'am.
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support?
I'll make the order myself. The Earth anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. It's going to take a while to bring them in.
Well then, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You two, we can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming, and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
Yes, madam. Miss Madame. To the Nat Station we go.
You need to get rid of some of that gear.
What are you doing? Ski and fire!
Goodbye.
What's happening? Keep giving me so many guns. Just drop all this stuff here. Equip the EM weapon. Oh. Is that it?
You actually hit me. Alright, my friend. Got a funny number of slots. No, I'm not. I'm at 70 now. Funny number.
Is that it?
Alright, try me.
Oh, come on! You can at least mark it for me so I know which one it is.
Took me a little while to get to this point, but it's really hard.
It's,
Alright, when I get to 75, you can't go. You can't go easy on me. Let's go easy. Okay, good. Well, I have a new power in one skill. It's called Soul Taker. Hey, if you're lucky, you can see this.
the Maelstrom.
Not quick.
Put him to sleep.
That's my power.
So...
Sorry, it took me too while.
EM. Oh, here it is at the very top. Incapacitate the attackers.
Got a present for ya. Lights out on that. Let's see if they've got anything worth. Down.
Throw nades at him, dude. Making me shoot you. Oh, never mind.
God, you got here when you did. I just wish it hadn't come to that.
Yeah, what the hell happened back there, Captain? There's no excuse for using lethal force here.
I just have a better slap rate. Every farm is a better slap rate.
Sorry doesn't bring these people back. A crisis isn't licensed to cast aside your morals. Understand? Now, officer, the way those people were acting, I've seen this before. They were under the Terramorph's influence, weren't they?
I don't know. They were down at the port and they just started screaming. We tried to restrain them, get them on the train to get them out of harm's way, but some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them fast enough. They just started firing on us. People we knew. They went berserk.
Pheromonic projection. Some Terramorphs, they can induce this fog. It affects everyone differently, but some people just lose control, turn against everyone around them, even if they don't want to. They're like a puppet. You kill the morph, you break the hold. But this means we're gonna need to be real careful with our fire, and keep that EM weapon at the ready. Let's do it.
That's unlocked. Please, do what you...
I wasn't the one using lethal force, it was her. Rude. guess I was punching him with my gun.
I don't think we're there.
No time to waste, Captain. Stash the EM and pull some firepower. Let's move.
All citizens are required to proceed to the nearest shelter.
You might back up. Just stand there. There's one right there. Okay. Not real. Whatever you're experiencing right now, it is not real. We have to put down that door.
Over here. Please. Meat to the slaughter.
Stop! Don't shoot! We're friendly!
You're not gonna leave me here, are you?
Our egg spots? We've got the remaining creatures locked down on the landing pad, barely holding our perimeter. They said you've done this before. Well, one fire team to spare, whatever supplies you need, but I can't risk them taking over any more money. Put those things down and do it fast. We hold them as best we can.
Heard you might be looking for some backup. You say the word, we're out there on your 6.
You two have any experience with terramorphs before?
Only the brief they just gave on the way here. But we know how to handle pressure.
Surviving a full-on mental assault isn't the same as keeping your cool in a firefight. Might make you more liability than asset.
We're not UC security. You don't need to worry about us. Roger that. We're on.
False alarms. Let us stay sharp.
Don't let
Really? Wow.
Whatever you need, you've got it. Let's see what you got.
Us. Why did you leave us?
You've lost. You're never gonna win. They always win. Target down. Nice work, Captain.
It's over. Thank God. If these things reached the populated areas of the city, we would have had an absolute massacre on our hands.
I shot you up too.
Guess they weren't kidding about you two. Universe put the right people in the right place.
How did you survive that?
Certainly doesn't feel like it.
I don't want to think what would have happened if you two hadn't been here.
Just glad we could rise to the occasion. Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know the Terramorphs have been dealt with. Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
That's a relief to hear. Thank you, gentlemen. Captain? Hadrian? It would appear that the Cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today. As well as an apology. Your concerns about the Terramorphs, well, consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
Of course. I only wish we could have acted sooner. Now, today's events have only clarified our path forward in the eyes of the Cabinet. You will have our full support in collecting the Terramorph data from the archives, as well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the Cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of Major. As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed first, we're going to need someone to convince the Freestar Collective and House Varun to play ball. Someone who knows precisely the sorts of dangers the colonies and all the galaxy, are facing right now. The cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative.
You can't harm me unless I jump. Okay? You know I have to dodge stuff in this one, right?
We do. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data. So, will you help us? I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without the proper support. Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access to the archives. You should be able to find her in her office across the hall. And on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our thanks. You're dismissed.
Those creatures killed UC citizens.
I'm gonna go check in with Chief Engineer Kulkarni. Start getting a plan together. That data.
Okay. Hello.
These orders. But you know who this is, correct? Yes, sir. I'll make sure they get what they require. That must make you our new envoy. Welcome to Interstellar Affairs. I'm Deputy Chief Diplomat McIntyre, Chief Yassine's second-in-command. And you're someone I've already heard plenty about. One of the few survivors of the SysDef debacle and defender of New Atlantis. Not sure if I should duck for cover around you or shake your hand, but you have my thanks for what you did for the city regardless. I was also informed that you gave quite the presentation to the cabinet. Chief Yassine wants you to know the Interstellar Affairs Office is fully committed to this endeavor, accessing the Terramorph data and beyond. We're going to do everything in our power to make sure you have the tools you need. And that means first getting you into the archives. You do know what the archives are, correct? It was a mutual agreement, but I suppose you touch on the spirit of it. So, you also know then that it was originally managed by the 3 major galactic players. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency, and requires a one-time use code from each of the 3 Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varoon. Now, the UC is already on board, so that means we'll need to convince 2 people. The ambassadors of the Freestar Collective and House Varoon to hand over their codes. Get them both and you'll have your data. But that's a lot easier said than done. I couldn't agree more. However, both ambassadors have reasons they won't, or can't, work with us. Now, I'll provide guidance on how we believe you can acquire each code, but ultimately, it'll be up to you to get them both to cooperate. And I do mean cooperate. Threats and violence are off the table here. Though that doesn't mean we can't get creative. But it does mean we need to get you up to speed on who you're dealing with. Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Freestar, or Ambassador Balmore of House Varoon? Ambassador Balmore's a challenge. When the rest of House Varoon retreated into seclusion shortly after the signing of the armistice, Balmore stayed here. He's since lent his support to a small number of archival requests, so there's real hope he might again. Though claiming to know how a member of House Varoon thinks is a quick way to earn yourself a psych eval.
Well said. There's no reason to assume they're any worse than us, despite their cultural beliefs.
Of course, but there is another wrinkle. We're not 100% sure Balmore is actually still alive. His public appearances were always rare, but it's been several years now since he last poked his head out. Scans of the facility show life signs, but not the kind we were expecting. Your task is to find him and kindly but firmly remind him of his duties under the armistice. I have no doubt. Now, the embassy front door isn't an option, but our spies have stated there's a side entrance that should allow you access. Here, this device should get you all the way down to the
I
embassy
see that.
interior. Once you're inside, though, finding the ambassador is
Thanks
going
for
to
all
be
the
up to you.
hearts.
And fair warning,
Thank you.
we received a report that alarms might have been tripped inside the embassy during the attacks. Watch out for automated security in there.
Well, we're not 100% sure he's alive. But if he is, we're hoping that he'll be receptive to our plan. You'll want to be careful inside the embassy, though. It sounds like the attack might have kicked off the automated security. The good Ambassador Ratcliffe. She's a veteran of the Colony War, and her only goal in life is to make ours miserable. If Sam is any example of how stubborn the Freestar people can be, then I can imagine how difficult it must be dealing with this ambassador.
Now, officially, our office is suggesting you try and negotiate with her. Use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat we're facing to convince her to lend her support.
And who knows? Maybe that'll work. Stranger things have happened. But my suspicion is we're going to have to rely on other tools to get her code.
Certainly. See, good diplomacy is all about the careful application of pressure. We just need to find the squeeze.
UC Intelligence has a recording device planted in the ambassador's living quarters, which we suspect you can use to your advantage.
But getting caught trespassing is a quick way to land yourself in an embassy holding cell.
So, if you are going to try and access the device, you're going to need to find a way in there without being seen.
Now, we recovered some intel we believe should be able to help with that. But there's also a disgruntled staff member you might be able to pump for information. Maybe even convince to work with you.
All right. Here, your diplomatic ID. I'll give them a heads up you're on your way. Not likely to let you through the door otherwise.
And take these. Chief Yassine wanted you to have some options on how to proceed in there.
Now, if you have additional questions or require clearance for a new approach we haven't already discussed, don't hesitate to ask. I'd suggest you start with Ambassador Radcliffe. Approach her while the attack is still fresh in her and her staff's mind. Be smart out there, Captain.
Okay. You asked me which one I want to start with, and I picked Varun.
Yes.
And then you tell me to go to Freestar. Which is it, you contradictor?
Scan any promising leads?
Cheers. I gotta get into my cargo hold, Sarah. Get my persuasion suit on. I already fed him a packet. Lindsay. If he wants it. I only have 3. I have to buy medical supplies. Alright, I gotta go to the medical center. Get some medical packs.
By the way, Captain, Sergeant Yumi was looking.
Persuasion suit. Go here first. Get the med packs from the UC distribution center.
Please, if you experience any issues in your dealings with the distribution center, let us know. We're always striving to improve. Welcome to UC Distribution.
What can I do for you?
Oh, well,
Let me
sir.
see what you're selling, please. Do you have aid for me? Wow, no med packs? Oh, out of here, dude.
You're always welcome
Waste
back.
of time.
You don't
See
mind a
ya.
bit of a wait.
Doodly doo, doodly 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 doo. Alright. Check outline real fast. It's the medical center right next to it. What's up, dude?
I would never dream of selling substandard. Please do.
Nothing at all.
Good luck on all your adventures.
Waste of space. Yep. Is that a diss on Lindsay's part? I'm trying to find med packs. They don't exist here. So I only have 3 left. Oh, this place better have some. Or that's it.
Should you find yourself in need, medical supplies are
Yeah,
welcome
heal
to
me.
All right,
Help.
what can I do? Well, you certainly do need a doctor. Some good old-fashioned good as new. Well, you've certainly come to the right place.
Yeah, hopefully we've restocked. Because the man needs a med pack. Only 2? Take a penicillin just in case.
Take care of yourself.
Oh man. Okay. Good thing I don't need med packs for these things that I'm doing. What is that? There's writing in the book. What is that? It's a kitty? Oh. It's a baby?
You are a visitor? You'll find the ambassador in her office. Go on.
I don't have to go anywhere for this? Okay. Well, that'll make this easy. They got attacked as well.
Visitors are only allowed in the lobby, offices, or conference room. That means you.
Alright, see ya.
I'm going to be up front. I'm not happy visiting anything related to the Freestar Collective. But you lead, and I'll follow.
Still can't protect their own spaceport. The UC never fails to disappoint. I just wish I hadn't received the news from an SSNN broadcast. We have a strategic advantage to maintain, Mr. Long.
Of course, ma'am. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Oh, hello.
Excuse me. Are you supposed to be in here?
You're allowed 3 places. Conference room, lobby, or the ambassador's office. You set foot anywhere else, there's going to be problems.
Can you stop already? Let me just talk to this lady.
I'm sorry. Do you have an appointment? Ah, you're the one McIntyre called about. The eyewitness. She said you were at the spaceport. You have my thanks for what you did down there, truly. Saved many lives. Now, she also mentioned that, and maybe it was just a bad connection, that now the UC wants terramorph data from the Armistice archives, some of the most highly guarded information in the galaxy, in order to protect us all. I can only presume you're here to tell me I misheard her and that they didn't send you, local hero, to futilely beg on their behalf. Tell me I've got that right. I was afraid of that. Let me be frank, Captain. The answer is no. That information is there because it is dangerous. I will not be the one responsible for its release. Now, why don't you quit wasting my time and yours, and go? You're really gonna push this? All right, I will give you one chance, one, to convince me. Understood. I'm listening. A ranger serving the cause of the colonies. You must really believe in this.
I used my auto persuade.
Well, Captain, you make some good points. But if I'm really granting you access, I'm gonna need the following concessions. Your access will be limited. You can only take out the items related to stopping these terramorphs. The monitors will make sure of it. You go in once, you get everything you need on your trip, and never again. And all research done with the data will be monitored. If this data is being used to save the galaxy needs to be involved in the oversight. Freestar scientists will watch your people like hawks. So, do we have an agreement? Excellent. Follow me. They tell me it should only take a moment. And there. Here, code generator's just this way.
Thanks. Bye-bye. Ooh, somebody's having a sleep. Didn't you tell him to do something? Why is he sleeping? It's Meowtot.
This isn't what I expected at all. It appears the flora they were using as decor has overgrown the entire embassy.
Huh. Well, it's time to shoot stuff again. I got some guns I gotta flip into my arsenal here.
It'd actually be more fascinating.
Got one!
You're gonna get sliced up, robot. Somebody alive standing in there? That's a mannequin. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha.
Let's go!
That is it. Slice and dice.
Bring it on. Ooh. Let's do this.
Quit smacking her up.
You've got nothing. Oh, I'm hit.
Don't leave any of that behind.
What? You can play it on your Switch, can't you? Yeah, dude. Don't you think? Just kidding. Why does it give me these? Why is it giving me so many weird ones? Ugh. Deactivate turrets. Update friend and foe. Recalibrate friend and foe settings. He's throwing grenades again. Yes. Poseidon battery. I'll take the battery just in case. Oh, I thought it recalibrated from foe settings. Let's see here. Yep, ran in front of me. Give me every laser cartridge. Tons of laser ammo.
So, what seems punishment becomes providence. A reminder we can never truly know the Great Serpent's designs for us. You have my thanks, and my apologies for the ordeal you just endured. Come, let us discuss. Not the ideal introduction, I suppose, giving you a grand tour of the embassy via barely functioning intercoms. I do greatly appreciate your persistence. I suspect the Venom tree upstairs has worked itself into more systems than I'd realized. But then again, who could cage such a beauty? Tell me though, what is it like outside? I heard the broadcast mentioning an attack. Then the embassy was struck with a power surge and then... silence. Has the rest of the city suffered quite so badly? set right, huh? I shall need to have these repairs seen to sooner rather than later. Now, it cannot solely be the Serpent's grace that brought you here at such an opportune moment. You were sent by the UC. That much is obvious. Who else could just waltz through my door, hmm? And the broadcast spoke of terror morphs at the spaceport. A worrying occurrence, certainly, but coming here of all places, when all I could provide is some enthused cheerleading and... an archive code. So the UC requires information, then. On terror morphs, presumably, hmm? Do I see this all clearly? The preservation of life stands as the very purpose of the archives. Using its data to prevent more attacks, there is logic there. But if I am to grant you access, I have a requirement. For years, House Varun has been known only as an agent of slaughter. We founded this embassy with hopes of shedding that legacy, with little success. In exchange for my code, I require this. You must be the one who ensures it is used for good. Ensure House Varun's legacy is more than just carnage. The knowledge you ask for isn't evil. No knowledge is. It is we who bend it to evil ends. Oh, you must assure me this will be used to save lives, not endanger them.
As the chair of Constellation, I take personal responsibility in vouching for this man's integrity. He'll keep his word.
Well then, I shall not fear. Please, follow me. Let's hope it still works. And there. Let it be used for good. I will not have House Varun be known only for slaughter.
I'm here for you, my love. The two of us make quite the pair. You can tell me anything. I feel so lucky to be with someone like you.
That guy hooked it up with stuff. Oh! It's time to leave. Chicken sleeve, chicken sleeve.
Yes? You needed something?
La la la, look at me. La la la, look at you.
Spaceport has
Captain, you're back sooner than... Oh, wait. Did you actually succeed? With Radcliffe? And Balmore? We're all in agreement. So the old man was still lurking around in there. Fine work, Captain. And now, I've already arranged everything with the archival monitors. When you get down there, the UC monitor will give you instructions on how to deploy the codes. Follow them to the letter. Here, the UC code piece and an archival access card. The entrance is just on the other side of the plaza across from Mass. Absolute best behavior down there, all right?
Blah 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 blah. All right.
Daddy?
Keeping the skies safe out there?
Shut up.
This space is a
No whiny cheese allowed. No cheesing. No butt cheesing.
We've been expecting you. Please approach the monitoring station and we will go over the rules. Welcome, Captain, to the archives. To proceed, you will need to deposit your codes into the 3 corresponding receptacles. Once they are verified, I will open the door. Your data resides in Unit 18. You will not be able to access any of the other units. Once you've collected your data, return to the entrance. You may insert the first of the archival codes when you're ready to begin. You may proceed, Captain.
Captain, can I help you?
There you are. Captain, Deputy told me what went down. Impressive work.
Captain, if you'd be willing to transfer the documents to the Major, she and I have been discussing what comes next.
Time for us to start getting some real answers. And figure out if we've been asking the right questions. So whenever you're ready. Yes. It will be. Percival and I have done our damage. This is us starting to put some things right. So with the data out of the way, we've been discussing where exactly this work's getting done. The Red Devil's headquarters on Mars, back where you found Percival, seemed the natural spot. Already has the equipment, the safety measures. Though it sounded like the deputy had a few more things she needed to discuss with you first.
Indeed. The most important of which is getting you your citizenship.
Then I guess we'll see you on Mars.
Captain, if you'll follow me.
Yeah, give me a citizenship before I get upset. Come on, trainer girls, let's go.
Hey there.
Play what? That's not okay.
All right, Captain. Are you ready to become a citizen of the United Colonies?
Well, only citizens can own property in New Atlantis. We also pay a discounted rate at any United Colonies merchant. And all citizens receive an ample credit disbursement upon joining.
Good. This isn't the only item we need to discuss, so I'll give you the short version. Please raise your hand. Captain, through your actions today and in days past, you have earned your place among the United Colonies. Through service, bravery, strength, and upholding of the mutual good. Will you carry and cultivate these values for as long as you remain a citizen? Then, Captain, I'm pleased to welcome you into the United Colonies as a full citizen. Here, your official ID and your citizenship dispensation.
We've also let the Aphelion Realty office out in the plaza know you're approved to purchase property.
Now, the other item we needed to discuss. There's a member of the UC who's asked to speak to you, but this person is in a sensitive position.
Normally, we wouldn't even consider something like this, but we think this person has information that could prove useful in dealing with the Terramorphs. And they've stated they'll only share it with you. They asked for you by name.
So I need your agreement that everything you're about to see is kept in the strictest confidence. You can tell no one. Can you agree to these terms? Let's hope it never comes to that. Head to the elevator. You're going to subsection 7. I'll make sure you're cleared for access by the time you get there.
Oh, give me another 13,000 credits. Special elevator. Yes.
in New Atlantis almost my entire life, and I had no idea this place even existed. The UC certainly excels at keeping secrets.
But there are no additional visitors permitted. Your friend's gonna have to wait out here.
I'll be fine. You go on ahead.
Welcome, Captain. Please, come down and approach the intercom. You and I should chat. President Abeyo was kind enough to give me a few files to peruse. Quite the series of accomplishments you've managed. But now you face a foe unlike any other. An invisible enemy, lurking in the shadows. You're going to need all the help you can get. Which is why I hoped we could speak. Do you know who I am? Perceptive. I like that. I'm Francois Fanon, but most know me as Victus. I was an admiral during the Colony War. One of its great villains, if you believe the slates. I was to be executed for my crimes, but the previous regime deemed me too valuable to simply discard. So they put me here, a sacrifice on the altar of peace. Even my death served the colonies. Captain, please. There are no clean hands in galactic politics. We all do what we must to keep ourselves safe. Which, right now, means finding a way to protect the United Colonies and beyond from additional terramorph attacks. An effort you and my progeny Hadrian have already made impressive progress on. And I'd like to help, though I am curious. Has she shared with you the nature of our little family? Did she? So willing to trust Hadrian. I never did succeed in driving that out of her. Our relationship has always been a challenging one. The Major was born to become a great leader, carry on the legacy I established, and was given all the finest training to support it. And she excelled. But the universe cut all that short. Now, though, it's placed even more crucial work in front of the two of you. And I think I have a part to play in helping you accomplish what you've set out to do.
Not every day I get a chance to work with a man living in a fish tank. Keep talking. This guy is so top secret he can't leave this little tank he's in.
After some long years earning the trust of this current regime, the UC has been permitting me to work alongside one of their recovery teams, helping them gather intelligence on, locate, and organize scenarios to lure in some of the criminals that evaded justice after the Colony War. With quite a few successes, I might add. But in the process, I managed to find something else. The names and locations of Hadrian and Percival's old research team. Valuable manpower for the effort you're about to embark on. I'll tell you where they are, but in exchange, I need something dealt with.
If you're not gonna help, bro, this dude's gonna die first.
One task. That's all I require. There is a former colleague of mine, a man by the name of Dr. Reginald Orlaise. Like myself and Hadrian, he was involved in some of the United Colony's more problematic lines of research. Mech weapons were his specialty. If it dealt death, he could make a deal more. When the colony war ended, he fled, refusing to face tribunal, and has continued to peddle his skills to the highest bidder to this day. But I finally found him. I want you to track him down and deal with him, however you're able. I'm not expecting he'll come quietly. Bring me evidence that the job's done, and I'll tell you what I know. You can certainly try, but the man's been out there 20 years. He's likely gone feral by now. Easier for all if you simply blow up his ship and be done with it. If that's what you require to sleep at night, so be it. According to my information, he's been hiding around the world of Etheria, Wolf System. There's a star station in the vicinity, the Den. The head of the local vanguard, one Captain Marquez, should be able to help you find our man.
Yep, stop flicking your boogers everywhere.
Identity verified. You may proceed to the exit.
Let me guess. You missed me and you couldn't stay away.
Let me guess. You pooped your pants and it smelled very bad. At least we can use the bathroom down here without needing security clearance. Cabinet of Chambers, Interstellar Affairs. Have to talk to this person here. Tell her
Captain.
she's not pretty.
Captain, did your meeting go well? I hope it's clear now why we needed you to agree to all the secrecy. Surprised me too when I learned it, but the prisoner has proven useful over the years and kept far from any major decision-making. But I do think it's worth re-emphasizing. No one else can know about this, all right? Good. Because bringing this up to the outside world would create the unfair appearance, Captain, that you're unhinged. And that's not a good look for any of us. Now, was there something in particular you needed to discuss about what we were just discussing? Dr. Reginald Orlaise? He's finally found him. Of course, killing Orlaise is completely out of the question. But bringing him to justice... He's been on the lam for years. That'd be a huge win for the UC. What's being offered in return? Really? He found the members of the research team. We'd already initiated a search for them, but it'd save a lot of time and manpower if he just gave us that information. Captain, if that's the deal, you have my endorsement. Just so long as you make every effort to bring the man in alive. Now, was there anything else you wanted to discuss regarding your meeting? Then I'll bid you good day, Captain. And
I'll
remind
bid you
of
good
the
night,
importance
woman.
of discretion.
Jump over your head. Captain Mark Breeze, and the wolves missed him. On my way. I can take a break if you want to finish watching that Num Num movie. You don't want to watch it? What do you mean? I think it's a good break point. Let me dock at this space station called the Den in the Wolf system. How clever.
Perfect. Didn't even smudge the paint.
Well, this station's seen better days. I wonder
Looking
if
to
the
lodge a
UC will
complaint?
ever fully
Then you want
restore
UC
it to its
security,
former glory.
not the Vanguard.
Oh, apologies, Captain. Didn't recognize you without the uniform.
So, what can I do for you?
What? What? No, I don't want to play around. Right? This looks like she has to poop.
Orlaise. Doesn't ring a bell. Anything you can tell me about him? A man? Living around Etheria. The gas giant. Only one ship like that I know of. Never docks. Doesn't respond to hails. They call it the Warlock. Maybe this Orlaise of yours is the one piloting it. I can give you the coordinates to its last sighted location if you want. Just, well, you'll need to be careful. That part of Etheria's sky is an old debris field. Plenty dangerous. More than a few scrappers heading out never came back. Sure thing. Here. This should get you pointed in the right direction. Go get your man.
Later. Are you gonna make threats that stick you on some weird watch list? Travis.
Yeah. What is it? Hey, how are you?
That's not my call to make, that's Lindsay's call to make. You can plug it into the Xbox controller. Yeah, 'cause you're in big trouble. You're in voice chat trouble.
Locks, air pressure, drive, all good to go, Cap.
Ethereal. We've got some ships. What is this? That's a mine. That's a bit rude. These mines are blowing up. I'm in trouble. I killed someone I wasn't supposed to. Now I'm in autosave trouble because I can't go back.
Maintain course and prepare to be scanned. Scan complete. You are.
I'm in so much big trouble right now.
Hey, can we skip the local chunks this time? Never agrees with my stomach.
By the way, Captain, certain good news.
Well, hello, sunshine. Greetings, citizen. Welcome to the UC.
That's how you sneeze.
Welcome back, Captain. Do you have some news for me regarding Dr. Olays? So he didn't come quietly then. As I said, I presume you have evidence of this. Excellent. Please, deposit it in the transfer system.
Transfer accepted.
Would you look at that? Kept it all these years. Some simply couldn't let go of that old world. This is fine work, Captain. I can ensure the remaining team members find their way to the Red Devil's headquarters. Except for one. That one you'll need to collect yourself. His name is Kaiser. You can find him on the Freestar world of Nira, wandering the battlefield there. The area was ground zero for xeno-weapon deployments during the war, so I would arm yourself appropriately. And I think you'll want to check in with Hadrian and Dr. Walker before paying it a visit. Kaiser will likely have security protocols you'll need their help to overcome. A military Model A. Yes. Specifically customized for the needs of the Xeno warfare team during the Colony War. A powerful resource, if you can recover him. Of course. We're protecting the galaxy, Captain. We'll need every tool at our disposal.
Somebody, somebody went. Somebody went. Somebody went. Why? Why? Did you say the F word? Did you cheat?
Your friend has to stay here.
Did you exploit? Did you use glitches? Wow. Somebody doesn't want you playing them level 13s. Sorry, them 13-year-old games when you're only 12. I don't know.
Bet if I restart Roblox, it'll fix my thing. That's stupid. Every time I open settings, it does that. Just because I have a mic, I can't play the game. So what happened?
I don't know, my sound just went out. My game just crashed.
Lindsay, can I verify your account so I can get everything back? Verify your email for this? My email doesn't want to work. Ugh. Ugh.
It's never done that before. It's pretty quick, right? Captain Jamison, Jamison. Jamison, Jamison. Just for a couple days. Ooh. Oh. I say and mute my mic. So she said I prefer if you didn't. Just make him a Gmail real fast. Back to normal.
That was a pleasant change of scenery.
I have to go recruit a robot that's gonna fight these terramorphs. Funny, huh? Should deny it. No more Roblox ever.
Liftoff initiated, Captain.
He just make a new account. There's no stopping him from playing Roblox ever.
Toy sailboat releases into a calm
Me want Robux. Sadonera. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Oh no, I need a spacesuit before I get killed. Wow, I really got some lift off from that boost. It's kind of cool. Let me see. Yeehaw. Oh. I thought it was 0 grav. How do I dislocate a limb? Rude. Alright, guys.
Captain, welcome back. Was afraid you might have gotten reassigned. You've been gone so long. So how's it feel to be a citizen? It should. You risked life and limb to earn it.
Though I have had my own personal struggles with the United Colonies, I'm happy for you. I really am. Congratulations.
But it is real good to have you here again. We've been going through the Terramorph data and, well, we're gonna need all the help we can get. These logs, they're even more thorough than I remembered. Genetic workups, population statistics, hell, even their food chain. I'd completely forgotten, for example, that there was a creature that actually ate Terramorphs. At this
Yummy.
point, the data's given us more options to explore than we have people to work on them. That'd be something, wouldn't it? I'm sorry, are you? You're serious? You found our research team? That's incredible. That accelerates everything. With them back, it'll let us... Wait. Kaiser. Did you find Kaiser? That's right. You would need that. Whoever gave you these leads sure knew their stuff. Well, how? How exactly did you manage to find them? You can't be... Oh, you are serious. Okay. No more questions. But still, getting Kaiser back, that gives us more than a few new paths forward on dealing with the Terramorphs. But if he's been out there on his own all this time, you're gonna need something. Come on. We've already made a lot of progress getting this place back online. Some of the containment chambers were a bit on the unpleasant side, but the facility staff made short work of that.
For the computer.
I know it's here somewhere. Here, Kaiser schematics. Actuators, weapons, batteries. That old robot's been MIA for a while, so chances are he's gonna need some repairs. He's also got a lock on his voice controls. You can give yourself authorization with the phrase, Nos belli machinis. Now, where
What?
exactly is the old machine? A battlefield. On Nira? Oh, sheesh. No wonder no one's found him. That sector of Nira was destination #1 for xenoweapons during the war. Add to that general environmental devastation and the kind of lawlessness that comes with any Freestar world, and that planet's got more than enough ways to make a visit your last. But I think there's a place where you can start your search. Yep. One-of-a-kind salvage. Licensed to an Angelo Alonso. Goes by Gel. As good a place to start as any. And I'll make sure we're ready to put him to use as soon as you've got him.
Alright, bye.
Landing site looks clean. Let's set it down.
ecosystem here has been totally destroyed.
Hey! New model on the floor. Welcome to the one-of-a-kind. Refuge and rest home for the hardest scrappers anywhere. Name's Jill. Proprietor. Not here to make your fortune out in the fields then, huh? Suit yourself. But there's no bot named Kaiser around. Oh, unless you mean Captain Ahab? At least that's what we've all been calling him. No clue what his actual designation is, since he's got some sort of security protocol that prevents inquiries and general chit-chat. But he's a combat bot, right? Yeah, that machine's been out there a while now, hunting this one siren. His white whale. But it's been a while since anyone's laid eyes on Captain Ahab, though. Maybe he finally got the thing. Or it got him. Moby Dick? Old Earth story about one Captain Ahab chasing some big fish that's bound to get him killed? No? We all thought the name was a good fit since our bot friend was so damn busy chasing that siren of his. Quality slate, too. Think I got a copy for sale if you want to give it a look. What can I do for you? Right. Was out there chasing. Well, so, sounds like you've got two options. You can wander around out there, hunting your bot, little old white whale of your very own. Maybe you find him, maybe you get yourself killed. But knowing this rock is part of what we do here, so if you want to find him a whole lot faster, I'll sell you what I know about this. Kaiser's location. Going rate's a little steep, but I'm willing to negotiate.
Friggin' credit snatcher.
Pleasure doing business with you. So, one of my roughnecks said he heard some kind of beacon. Just keep your eyes open too. Siren? Oh. And corpse retrieval is not included in this transaction? Give Ahab a cut.
Bloodspade! Bloodspade! Triceratops monster. I don't slap Roblox either, I don't know.
In need of materials? What? Ah, so that's where your machine's been. Ran out of juice. Heat leeches, wasn't it? Those little stowaways are everywhere on this rock. But a microcell, that's military-grade tech. You could probably Frankenstein one together using our fabrication system here, but only if you had some quality schematics. So, I just brace for a little sticker shock. All legal, I swear.
I'm pleased to see scrappers disassembling these mechs. Damn war machines are better off being erased from history.
Battery accepted. Operational power levels restored. Analyzing. Residual damage detected. Impact shielding. Visual systems. Damage within acceptable limits. Thank you for your aid. I must resume my mission. Please step aside. Major Sanon will have to wait. I cannot leave my mission. Although previous attempts to disarm the weapon have been unsuccessful, additional support may allow me to complete my active mission more quickly, allowing me to leave this place. Excellent. We must disarm Unit XW-99. Designation Siren. Nearest final xeno-weapon. Are you ready to proceed to the mission site? Follow me.
Woo, here we go.
Mind your step.
must be getting desperate if they've resorted to searching piles of scrap for mech parts.
What? Oh no. That's so tragic.
I am detecting Unit 99, but there is a complication. Unit 99 is on the other side of that reach, but it appears to be under the control of hostile forces. Sensors suggest Ecliptic. A mercenary company like Ecliptic would only want Unit 99 to utilize it as a weapon. This means Unit 99 must be disarmed immediately. Standard procedure would be a frontal assault on the outpost. No quarter given. Do you concur?
I'm in total agreement. A frontal assault sounds like it's in order.
Moving out.
Let's see if this thing still fights. Release them.
We have no choice now. We'll have to take them all down. Might as well take what we can.
What's broken?
Unit 99 service is now complete. Mine, however, continues. Our work here is finished. Now, what is this mission you spoke of? Major Sanan is involved?
lipstick.
I can't believe it.
Major Sanon, Dr. Walker.
You're in better shape than I expected, Kaiser. Shouldn't take us long to get you back up to full fighting capacity.
This is good to hear. I was told there is a new threat on the horizon. I wish to learn more.
Percival will give you the full story.
Plus, get you dressed for the occasion.
Occasion? Where are we going?
Londinium.
Londinium. Doctor, I will require additional armaments.
That's the plan. Come on.
Captain, you're with me. Time to walk you through what we came up with. So the destination's Londinium, Element 2. We're meeting with Commander Hatum. You remember that creature we talked about before you went to Nira? The thing that eats terramorphs, the Asylees? Apparently, they were bloodhounds for terramorphs. But when the UC ran low on synthetic foods during the Colony War, the Asylees were chosen to fill in the gaps. We thought they were harvested to extinction. But in the data, the research team found the location of a few remaining specimens. As you can see, what we're proposing is bringing them back. We'd breed populations of them, distribute them to human worlds, and then let nature take its course, using a method that thousands of years of adaptation have already perfected. We could speed up their breeding process using some of the same technologies that were used to create me. We even think that with some time and investigation, we could use the Asylees' hunting skills to track down the terramorph transmission method at long last. Find out how humanity spread them and put an end to the terramorph problem definitively. I really think it could. Now, there is another option for removing the terramorphs from our worlds. It's faster, maybe even more efficient, but riskier. A microbe. Something we could aerosolize, let spread, and have it clean up anything with terramorph DNA for us, which would include morphs, and we expect their transmission method. It'd still take time to build, test, and distribute, but no other method could hold a candle to it when it comes to sheer efficiency. Not even the Asylees. Inclined that way myself. With either path, though, we're looking at a long-term commitment. Years of work. Even just getting these plans off the ground is going to take time. And all routes are going to require some highly specific materials to make things work. Terramorph cell lines we can breed quickly and consistently to test on. Asylees' gene samples we can use to rebuild their bloodlines. Or sharpen our microbes' tracking skills. Not the sort of things any labs just got lying around. But we think we found a lead. One place in the known galaxy where we know we should be able to find all the materials we need. All paths lead to Londinium.
It's hard to control. It's 50. It's hard to control. You want me to turn it to 100? No, this is hard enough. Want me to spawn entities? Is that what's supposed to be happening and not just like those ruptures that fall? You have to get to the end. There's 1,000 of them.
There's only one place we know that has exactly what I was hoping to hear. Now, the UC has a small operating base on Londinian's outskirts. We're cleared for access, but we'll need to check in with the... I'm gonna help Percival and Kaiser prep, but once that's done, we'll rendezvous with you there. But you need to know, Londinian, it belongs to the Terramorphs. They'll have anti-Xeno gear for us at the base, but I'd make sure you've got your favorite arms on hand.
I'm here for you, my love. This is quite an impressive research facility. When it comes to the study of the Terramorph, the Red Devils are sparing no expense.
This goddamn planet. You romanticize a place when you're away from it for long enough, but I forgot what a dust-crusted pit Mars can be. Now you, what do you need? Ah, that's you then. I was informed we might be working together. Don't much care for Vanguard. It sounds like you two really got into the thick of it back in New Atlantis. My sister's kids live in the city, so, thank you for what you did there. Yeah, they both came through okay. One science division, other's an artist. Effectively useless human beings that would have had no reason to be anywhere near the fighting. Still, I would hate to see anything happen to them. Now, what was it you needed? Everything up to spec. Need something? No more reliable.
base. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned.
Hey, if you have time, I've been thinking about some things. Wanted to talk to you about it.
Need something?
Why? Cause you what?
This is amazing. The unity, the multiverse. This is everything and more, literally. No kidding. Think of the dissertations. Boundless topics, no bounds. Except the books, they're bound. This explains so much, though. They're disorganized, petty, weird, and also deeply fascinating at the same time. Because they are just people. We never rule that out, but it feels so good to know we weren't fighting against robot alien ghost gods or something. No, not even slightly. They're people who obtain power in some unfair way, and some of them have used that power to cause suffering, and others just didn't want to share. But that's what regular people do every day of the year. True. We need to approach this critically and carefully. We can't just jump in. Or, I mean, we could, I guess. But it all comes back to this. We don't know what will happen if you enter the Unity. You might lose yourself or become a two-headed space shark. There are too many variables. What? No. I just have to go back and forth about it for a while first, and then I'll be completely fine. Just part of my process. Of course, at the end of the day, it's your choice. But I will say this. Our entire purpose in Constellation is to explore. Why would we stop now? I'm with you. I'm not gonna hold you back. But if you know, become evil or whatever, I'm also not gonna have your back. Anytime.
Thanks, Britt, I think.
Possibility of turning evil aside? I appreciate you taking the lead on this. You're guiding Constellation to new frontiers, new discoveries, and we should all follow your example. On that note, there's something else I'd like to discuss with you, if you have time.
Oh my god, how much talking do you need?
It's not on the scale of entering the Unity, but it is tangentially related.
Oh, great.
Thanks. This has been swirling in my brain goo for a while now. So, I've been pondering over what's happened and what it all means. And I've got a favor to ask. A teensy-weensy favor. About the size of a plank length, really. I think it's time I joined you in the physics-bending powers business. See if one of those temples works for more than just you. Marvelous. I'm glad you're as gung-ho about this as I am. As it so happens, I've already talked to Vladimir. Seems our eye in the sky is back up and running. He sent me the coordinates for the temple already. We just have to visit.